Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be back in Moreland for the second of the Conversations on the Couch series. I think to sort of state the bleeding obvious, it's a pretty tough retail environment and a very competitive retail market at the moment. So to discuss that tonight, I'm joined by, immediately to my right, Peter McNabb, an architecture and planning consultant whose work focuses on the improvement of mixed-use strip shopping in town centres. Kim Gibb is a founding member of Main Street Australia, which exists to promote community business centres and ensure that they remain the beating heart of our communities. Michael Hole, the owner of Small Block in Lygon Street in East Brunswick. Great to have you here, Michael. And Deb Templar, speaker, author, coach, businesswoman. Would you please give our panellists a warm welcome?
I think retailing and strip centres really, they are the heart of communities. And it's about the connection that people have with each other that's really, really critical. I think after your home and work, I would say that strip shopping centres are probably the third place that people are increasingly going to get a sense of identity and a sense of belonging.
The strips vary in size, shape, form, dimension, diversity of businesses, but basically they're the same thing. The community come there to do their local shopping, and consequently they meet there.
I grew up in a small country town. I left it. I swore I'd never go back to a country town, and after spending maybe 10 years working at Chadstone Shopping Centre, found my way to a strip like Lygon Street. And that sense of community that exists there is what keeps me going. I've done it for 10 years. I get up at 6 o'clock every morning, I go to work, I say hello to the same people every day. That's what I think is important.
I know when I go around the big shopping centres, it's the same stuff wherever you are. You could be in Cairns or Melbourne or Tassie or anywhere. It's the same stuff, the same displays, the same planograms, like it's same.
So what do you see as the major challenges or threats to local shopping strips?
I think the landlords are a lot to do with it. You look at the empty buildings. Why are they empty? Why aren't there pop-up shops in there? Isn't there life happening? Because a lot of those landlords won't take something rather than what they want.
To me, one of the really unique features of strip shopping centres is they've always been a great place to encourage new entrepreneurs. And like the first department store that opened in Melbourne actually happened in Smith Street, Collingwood. I think the big hardtop centres are getting the same sort of franchises and there's no differentiation. Whereas what's unique about strip centres is they're full of iconic and what I call really idiosyncratic businesses with crazy operators who are distinctive and offer a personality that you won't get.
Let's hear from a crazy operator on the panel.
I'm not that crazy, but I do know lots of crazy operators, and there's a few in the room who want to open in the area, I think, soon. I think the strips need to be diverse. If we have strips that are like clusters of places, they can be great, but if they become too clustered, you're only coming for one reason. We need to have real strips and real reasons to go there. We need chemists and fruit shops and bakers. That's why we leave our houses. We go to buy those things every day.
I mean, in what other ways can traders exert some influence over the complexion of the shopping strip?
All working together and knowing what you've got, that's how you can get creativity and diversity in just one space.
The concept of cooperating rather than competing with businesses is novel.
We have examples in Melbourne where groups of traders have got together as let's say a committee of management and said, we need a particular type of business in there, and actually have gone out actively to recruit that type of business.
It's about, what do you offer? Who are you? Do I like you? Do I like your staff? Do I like how you market? Like, what is your message out there? Or are you just going to open the door and say, come on in?
So it's how do you differentiate?
Absolutely.
How do you differentiate?
Absolutely.
And have points of difference. I mean, you're going into an area where there's so much diversity now. There's not the plain market. So many people like the boutique wines. So many people like the boutique beers. A lot of the bigger stores can't do that because they can't do the bulk. So you can look at you've got massive opportunities out there to introduce something new in the same line, but something new that these people haven't seen, and how you do that and your point of difference is going to make you successful.